Hey Vinyl Community, it's Mitch. Finally back to make a couple of new videos today. I wanted to start with one that's very long overdue. We're going to call it a Vinyl Community Love Trade. So early September, I went to the record store here in my area and I found two records that I thought that other members of the VC needed. One of them was a Billy Joe Shaver record, and I ended up sending that to Mr. Billy Hurst. And the other one was a white label promo of a T-Rex album, and when I saw it, I knew that David Michael needed to have it. So I sent them both pictures of the album. Both of them were really excited. I was excited to find them for them, and we kind of talked about doing some trades. Little did I know that both of them would go over and beyond in the trade department, and it feels very lopsided, but at the same time I'm very grateful to both of you. So thank you, Billy and David Michael. I appreciate you both. And now let's get down to business. Let's show what they sent. So I'll start with Billy. Like I said, I sent Billy a Billy Joe Shaver album. It was a second press. I think it was Billy's second copy, but it was really clean. It's hard to find. And earlier in the month of August, I think, Billy had shown a collection that he bought, and this bad boy was in there. So this is a promo only copy of Delirious. It's a 12-inch single. It's one of the harder ones to find, at least it has been for me, for Prince, and I really wanted it, and Billy was gracious enough to set it aside for me, and I kind of forgot about it for a while until I saw that Billy Joe Shaver album. So this is what I traded Billy for, was this, and there is a little ding over here on the open side of the jacket, and I guess Billy felt bad about that, and then he went crazy making up for it. So he sent me this, which is I believe it's a second pressing of this Black Sabbath's debut. Of course, it's a Dutch pressing on NIMS. Super clean. It sounds great. To be honest, Billy, I spun this before I spun Delirious. I was almost more excited to get this. And then he helped me fill in some other gaps. So this is a nice clean copy of Queen's the Game. Got a really nice copy of Animals here. Super awesome, super clean copy of Queen 1. And I don't believe it's a first press, but it is on the Butterfly label. Sounds awesome. It's way better than the copy of Queen 1 that I already owned. So definitely an upgrade for me. And I love Queen, so I was super pumped that he sent me a couple Queen albums. Then last but not least from Billy, I had explained to him that I sold the entirety of 90% of my collection in 2014 when I made a career change, and I lost a lot of my Bowie and Queen, and Billy was gracious enough to help me fill in some of those gaps. So I love changes, both 1 and 2. Just in case you guys aren't familiar, there's the track list. Just a super solid comp. I mean, you can't go wrong with putting this on and just relaxing or doing stuff around the house. Of course, there's a lot of really solid David Bowie material out there, and this is just a sampling, but it's one of my favorite samplings. Like I said, great comp. Thank you so much, Billy. You really didn't have to do that. I appreciate it so much. I hope you enjoy that Billy Joe Shaver album as much as I've been enjoying these spins. And then, like I said, David Michael and I also had a trade that he went above and beyond on as well. So I found a white label promo with the poster in pretty close to near mint condition of T-Rex tanks, and when I saw it, I just thought, man, this needs to be David Michaels. And so we talked about it, and he ended up and decided to send me this, which is One Night Alone Live. It's a 3-disc Prince box set. It's still sealed, and this has honestly become the crown jewel of my Prince collection. I never thought I would own this, at least not as soon as I was able to, thanks to David Michael. And another really cool thing is I've told a lot of you guys through conversations and videos that my dad was a big Prince fan, and that's kind of where I got it from. And I lost my dad about 6 months ago, and about 4 or 5 months before he passed, so about a year ago, he started really bugging me about where to get this. He knew that I was kind of connected in some Prince sites and fan communities, and because this is so expensive, he really wanted the digital files, and I was able to give them to him. But it's just really awesome to have the actual box set with the discs still sealed. I'm not going to open it. I've got the files digitally, as I said, but yeah, man, this is the definite crown jewel of my Prince collection. I've showed it to a couple of other Prince collectors in the area, and they started drooling. So, David Michael, thank you so much for being so generous with this. I'm definitely going to take care of it. It's in a good home, and I hope you enjoy your T-Rex. So, guys, that's the gist of the VCLT that I've received and traded with those two guys. I know it's long overdue. I'm sorry. I've been really busy with just getting married. I just got back from my honeymoon yesterday, and hopefully now that everything's kind of slowing down, I'll be able to get back to making more frequent videos, and I look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts and feedback on some of the albums I've just shown, and we'll talk to you soon.